Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our trading room after a bit of a long absence there. I see I haven't scared everyone away. We had some serious technical issues last week with GoToWebinar. It took a few days to resolve it, and I thought we had it all resolved last Friday. And of course, apparently we didn't, because we still had problems with it yesterday, but it appears to be working today. And as you can probably hear, I'm fighting off a bit of a cold as well, so I'll try not to annoy you too much with my stuffiness. Okay, let's take a look at what's been going on here in the stock indices, the NASDAQ in particular. Now, hopefully, looking back here, hopefully you guys caught some of this here. You caught the discrepancy between the volume and the size of the bars. Remember, volume is a relative indicator, and what that means is big bars should have big volume, small bars should have small volume. And yet we have the exact opposite going on. We have a large bar right here, and look at the volume bar associated with that. Tiny bar. And then we get some tiny bars with relatively large volume. Now you can't take volume, bar for bar. You got to step back and look at what generally is going on, because you'll see big volume, small volume, big volume, small volume. They're alternating here. But the fact of the matter is, you get these, what the candlestick pattern people call spinning tops, which are these doji style bars with relatively high volume associated. Excuse me a second. Excuse me as I cough my brains out. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And then, of course, uh, the market came unstuck the last few days. Yesterday, a very, very bearish day. Big volume, big bar. And, of course, everybody's going to be running around shouting that the sky is falling, but they forget the market has been on a tear for, well, quite a while anyway. And I always like to shoot trend lines when we get bars like this or instances like this to see how the market responds. So it looks like we have fallen off to some trend line support. We'll see what kind of pushback we get from there. Okay, that's our daily overview. So it's helpful sometimes to have a daily perspective of what's going on. And looks like we started this day with a bit of an upside gap out of the open. Well, yeah, it would have to have been really quick. No, actually, I think that red bar buy came right on the opening buzzer. Rallied up, and the market has since rallied down. You can see a lot of activity very, very early here. The overnight, fairly consistent overall, not much in the range department, but a lot of activity, a lot of bars for an overnight session. All right, let's put that away. Wow, lots of volatility here this morning too. So what, are we going to get more bullish now that we've hit that long-term trend line? We did see the market make a move lower. We're going to get an early number one signal here to buy, perhaps. As the trading band flattens out a little bit, which it does before a reversal. I don't know if I want to try that yet. Sellers very, very strong. All right, what time is it? We're about 5-6 minutes into the day. Ooh, I was hoping to get a second push opportunity on that one. A second push there would have allowed me to take advantage of that number one signal and watch the market attempt to retrace back to the lows, which is exactly what it did. Um, you know, prior swing highs and lows are important because those are always zones that the market will try to test. If we head higher from here, guess where it's going to try to go? Yep, you got it, right up there or close to it. A lot of seesaw going on right now. Wow, look at that. So had you been brave enough and or quick enough, a number one signal, very good follow through, followed by a number two signal, very good follow through. Here now the number one signal to buy. Let's see if we get a second push opportunity on that. Now the second push simply means I allowed the signal to engage, and then I use that new level as my entry, the reactionary bar. So the signal printed here, the reactionary bar is right here. Gonna get ready with my stops. Okay, stops to break even. Oh, get away from there. Oh, you stinkers. A lot of volatility. You see how they're chopping back and forth. So they tagged me just before they went up to my profit target. I love it when that happens. Wow, look at them go. Who told them that I rolled my stop back? Huh? Hmm? All right, well, let's just give them a moment here to settle down. Yeah, yeah. That's what's been taking all my time. Phil asks if I've been helping Prince Harry and Meghan get settled in their new digs. Yes, that's exactly what I've been up to. Oh, excuse me. I thought I had my. Oh, sorry. I thought I had my microphone muted there as a cough slash sneeze was sneaking up on me. Okay, I'm going to try something here. And let me get the order in, and then I will explain what I'm looking at. So I'm going to look to try to short here below the lows. All right. Oh, doggone it, Eric. How long? There we go. Okay, so as I mentioned to you before, and let me get this out of the way for now. Oh, don't be like that. Is my stop going to be far enough away? The markets have a tendency to trend, then hit a sideways section, and then trend again. So this is my with trend trade as I anticipate the trend to resume. Okay, I'm going to go to break even now. Oh, you stinkers. You did it to me again. Oh, wow. They're wanting to follow through, but they're just giving me that little look back. Well, volatility definitely up. That's a shame. That's twice now they've done that to me. Okay, you might be able to see this a little bit better on the Eagle. So we have a trend and then a pause. The pause that refreshes, and if you remember that commercial, then you are starting to get old. When you catch that pause in the action, that's when you want to put your, just in case the market resumes the trend without giving me a second chance to get back in order. And that was the result right here. Now you have to actually give the market a little bit of time because very often you'll get like this little short-term pause, and that may not turn out to be anything. That you may actually see a bigger reversal from there. But when you see the market stalling for, well, again, it's going to be relative to how the market is behaving. Here it was only moving sideways for a couple of minutes, but oftentimes this will translate to be like a 5 or even a 10-minute delay in the trend. That's when you want to put your uh, just in case order in play. And there will be orders, to coincide with your just in case orders. There were orders here on the Hawk, the Falcon, the Raptor, and the Eagle for that matter. But it's a relatively easy play to do, and it tends to have good results for the most part. Hi, Aspen. Glad you could make it. Yes, Aspen says, good morning, Eric. Got the invitation link after a long time. Yes, we were having some issues with GoToWebinar, the screen sharing software last week. Thought we had them resolved, but not quite. Things seem to be functioning correctly this morning. We've got some tremendous ranges and volatility going on. A little bit shy about stepping back in. Well, we got several with trend options here. And we do have a second push opportunity on this number 3 signal, but we're getting the Falcons getting a little bit more bullish with the Hawk. The Hawk's just dead neutral right now. Currently, the Eagle and the Raptor, the only ones that are moderately bearish, but look at what's going on here with the Raptor. We got loads of candy striping going on, loads of signals. In the Falcon as well, we're getting a whole lot of choppiness. A lot of things breaking up here on the filter wise. A little bit of bullishness creeping back in. And it looks like we're going to produce a number 1 signal here, perhaps. And there it is. Don't know how I feel about that. Because trading is all about feeling, right? I can't laugh. I'm going to start coughing in your ear again. All right, and now we've gotten very, very neutral again. So let's put that away. You know, we're making some huge ranges here, but for the most part, we haven't really gone anywhere. We're running over the same numbers that we did all day yesterday. We're well inside yesterday's trading range. All right, well, there's a bit of a bullish push. Again, very good follow through on it. Could have, in hindsight, it's easy. Trading the left side of the chart's always easy, but good follow through on the number one, the number three signals. I suppose if I wasn't such a chicken. Oh, thanks, Aspen. Maybe we'll just hang tough here for a bit. Aspen letting me know there are a couple of reports out at the top of the hour. I think we'll let it go. Okay, well, things getting a little bit quiet here. Let's take a look at what those reports are. Oh yes, consumer confidence, that's a biggie. And I'm just checking the Forex Factory website here. They have a pretty good listing of reports. So at the top of the hour, consumer confidence. I suppose you could bracket it. We used to do this with the oil reports. We would throw in, we'd find the support and resistance zones, and then we would throw in buy and sell orders well away from where current prices were. Like okay, now that the market has moved the other way, I can throw a sell order below here. The idea is you don't want to get brought in prematurely. Right? You don't want to be brought in a few seconds before the report is due out. Like that. Because now there's a very good chance the market's going to try to move the other way. Stinkers. Okay, let's see if I can get. Come on, get up there just a little bit. Here comes the report. Okay, I took the trade to break even. I'm going to leave that. Oh no, that's my limit order. Let's cancel that. Okay, so let's try it again. Maybe I set my orders too soon. So here we are in anticipation of the report. The report is going to have a huge effect on the market. You can see it's trading right in the middle of our range, give or take a couple of ticks. All right, and let's see if there is indeed some follow through now. Oh, and there does seem to be. Oh, just moving crazy fast. I couldn't even get my stop loss order down there. I do believe this is why I stopped doing this in crude oil as well, because of that kind of nonsense. All right, well, let's avoid doing anything else silly and wait for a proper signal. Right now, it does appear as though we might be getting a little bit more bullish. I was just about to suggest that the market was going to get a little bit more bullish when we see it make this big turn off of this little resistance area near the primary support, actually. Okay, once again, very, very neutral. I'm going to put my just in case order to short down here. In fact, we'll put it right below that current bar. It's also a big second push opportunity on this number 3 signal. And I'm taking a bit of a chance here. I'm going to call the trend down. That's a good way to make the market go up, it seems. All right, let me get my exit order in. And given the volatility, I may try to run this one a little bit. Okay, stops to break even. Now, the plan when you're running a stop is you don't move your stops until the market takes out this swing point. So the swing point down here around 91.17, I won't roll my stops until that happens, and then you roll your stops above the last high. So you can see you end up leaving, or can end up leaving, a fair amount on the table. Wow, you guys just not playing nice today at all. Well, more of the back and forth. Again, big ranges, very little in the way of follow through. I still am favoring the short side, but honestly, I don't really want to get involved in the market so long as it's inside this range. See, we got a great big trading range. I could put a just in case order to short down here. I'd be okay with that. But look at the ranges. That's enormous. But so long as it's within here, especially near the center of the range, really your guess is as good as mine where the market is going to next. Okay, it does appear as though the market is trying to head a little bit lower. Now, in this kind of instance, it's fair game to use one of these discretionary signals to get back into the trade if, in fact, you think that's what's going on. I'm going to give it a go here. I'm going to see whether we can't get back down toward those lows that we were just looking at, the bottom end of the trading range. Come on, you stinkers. No, doggone them. Yeah, see, we're still too much inside the middle of the trading range. The best stop is actually way up here, but I'm not going to risk that much. I'll risk my $150, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, $150 isn't going to ruin me. Yeah. No, they're just not cooperating right now. And again, it's because we're in this trading range. You can see we are just running over the same numbers over and over and over. Grist for the mill, that's all it is. All right, gang, I don't mean to cut things short, but I've got to catch a ferry sailing. So let's try this again tomorrow. And yeah, we'll talk to you then. Bye for now.